Hey guys, this is Daisha with CurlLogic, and today I'm going to take you through how to cornrow. So I'm going to show you going down and then going back. It's the same technique, but sometimes seeing the hand positions may help some people. So let's go ahead and get right to it. So taking you through how to cornrow. And a cornrow is essentially a braid that's on your scalp. So it's braiding directly onto your scalp. So when you're starting it with a braid, and then you're picking up the hair as you're going through it and pulling it in. So if you go back to the braid tutorial that I have, when you're braiding, you're lifting up the middle section and you're using your grabber finger is what I call it, but your middle finger to take the hair from the other side. And it's the same exact concept when you're cornrowing, except when you're grabbing the hair from the other side, you're using your hand to pick up some additional hair to put through. So you're taking some hair from your scalp, putting it through, and then you braid that section like you would braid normally. And then you reach it around, and when you grab to the other side, you're picking up hair from your scalp and putting it with the rest of the hair. So each time you go, you want to take a little bit of hair, pick it up, and you're going to put it between the two fingers that normally grabs hair when you're braiding and keep going around. So what fingers you use really depends on your personal choice, but the way I braid, it's between my middle finger and my index finger, and I put the hair between there, and it holds it tight while I finish the braid. And then on the other side, though, the hair actually goes between my middle finger and my thumb. Now, when you're going through it, you just think about how you braid and just pull a little bit of hair in with it. So I'm trying to position my hands so you can see how I'm braiding it. But you keep going down, and as you're continuing to braid, you want to make sure that you're picking the hair up, but you're also taking your hand down the length and the shaft of the hair to make sure there's no tangles. So if you look, every time I pick up hair to wrap it around, I go swoosh just to make sure there's no tangles through. So pick up the hair, finish the braid, of course, put the finger through so you can grab the other piece of hair, finish the braid, and then you slide it down. And that sliding down helps to make sure there's no tangles and helps to make sure your hair stays neat. Otherwise, you'll end up at the end of your cornrow with a knot of hair that is just going to be almost impossible to get out. So you keep braiding it or cornrowing it until you get down to where it's just a traditional braid, and you braid the same way without pulling any hair in. So to show you how to do it when you're braiding your hair back, and it's the same technique, but everyone's a little different, and sometimes seeing someone how they need to position your hands helps people in working through. So this is an old braid out, so it's a couple situations happening, but you want to make sure your hair is really good and detangled, and you want to start with your fingers. So I always separate out the first part of my braid, whether I'm braiding back or down, so I can get the braid going. And this helps to make sure that my braid starts exactly where I want it to, and my cornrow doesn't start a little further back along the hair. But as I'm going, I'm still picking the hair up, and as you see, I feed it into my hand and then go through and feed it into my hand. Now, when you get more adept at cornrowing, you see how my right hand, I'm not feeding it anymore. Over time, your hands are just naturally going to. So generally, whatever hand is your dominant hand will just pick up the hair. You don't have to force it. So keep feeding in the hair with the other hand until it just happens automatically. And if it never happens, that's okay too, because it's also lays a really good groundwork if you ever want to do feed in braids, which is another part of the series as we go through. So that's essentially it. Hope this was helpful for you. This one was on cornrows. My next one is going to be on twists, 2-strand twists, 3-strand twists, and flat twists. And then after that, I move over to extensions. But I love braids because you can either use them as accents or you can braid your entire hair. And don't mind the dancing. There was music playing in the background. I didn't realize I was dancing until I saw the video. All right. Hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.